everyone, Anthony Supra again. On our silver Supra, we had the issue where the seat wouldn't move forward and backwards, and I showed you how to manually move your rack forward and backwards using the 10 and 12 mil socket. Now what we're going to do is, I have a old rack right here, which I already took apart because I wanted to make sure I knew what I was telling you before I started this video. And we have our new used rack right here, and we're going to simply swap everything over. I'm going to reinstall it so you can see how to install. You'll see how to take it apart by doing the reverse of what we're going to do. All right, so stand fast. So this is our old rack. We no longer need it, so I'm going to put this to the side. And here's our new rack. All right here. All right, so first thing, we have this piece of plastic, and you have a clip right here. This clip has to go onto here. So you have a lip right here, which is going to sit on this tab, and then you're going to make sure that that tab goes inside the plastic, and then it's going to just basically sit right down on here. Then you have one Phillips head screw that screws into right here. All right, and I will screw that in right now. Okay, so now this inside one is installed. Now the other inside one has two screws. Okay, so it's gonna do the same thing. You have the tab here is going to line up with this tab here, and it's going to seat in. And then I have a screw in the front, which is already in place. That's going to go through a little hole right here. And then there's one on the back side right here, which lines up with the first hole, not this hole. All right, that other hole is going to be for the piece of plastic that connects to it. All right. All right, so now that you have the inside plastic pieces installed, okay, we are going to, one, make sure our seat belt buckle was transferred over from our other seat, and then we're going to install our seat cushion. Now, with the seat cushion, you have two bolts on each side. They are 12 millimeter bolts that look like this, and they're basically going to this is going to slide in. Let me see if I can line that up. All right, right there. And then I want to point this out because this is going to screw up a lot of you guys. When you go to install the seat, you have an opening right here, all right, where that hole is. That's where the bolt is going to go. Now to adjust that, let's say yours doesn't line up, that's for your lumbar support. So you'll need this handle. All right, and then now you can adjust this to line up lower or higher. See how it moved? Can you see that? See, that's going up and back down. All right, so now I'm going to install that bolt. All right, that's a 12 mil. All right, I'm just gonna get them snug for right now, and then I'll torque them to spec. And same with this side. All right. And then you have the front. This is right here. So we will install that bolt as well. And the back side right here. All right, an ugga-dugga is a Australian term for torque to spec. And since this is an Australian car, it's now torque to spec. All right, so that's probably the hardest part of this installation. Then you will flip it over. This little piece of plastic. Basically these pops right here, it was underneath that. So I'm gonna see if I can pop these off, and I'll be right back with you guys. We're just going to route it underneath, push it back down. When all else fails, just be smarter than what you're working with.
I may actually have some of those clips. If you,
yeah, it's all good. There you go. Boom, done. All right, cool. Still recording?
Yeah.
Good. All right. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's in there now. Now, we're going to install the side ones. So we'll put the back cushion on, and we will need the hardware for that, which was these 4 right here, and they are also 12 mil. Yep, 12 mil. And we don't need this long extension, and we do need the cover. Okay, so with this, all I did was this little lip attaches into here, and it holds it up, right? So I undid that, and then I just zipped it up. All right, this exposes the cushion side of your seat. And then with that being said, you're able to access the 2 locations for the seats to bolt in. So now we have to line it up, and you have this little peg on the side. So I'm gonna get this side started first. And then this one started. Come on. All right. All right, now we'll start this side. All right, and then the last one. Right here. Couple Australian Ugga-Duggas. Cool. Now, this is the easy part. You have to unzip both of these, or zip them down at the same time. I just did like a pinch and pulled it. And then this is gonna go like this. And it's just gonna fold over and lock in. There you go. Now this seat is halfway done. All right, so now the challenge is going to be to put the plastics back on. So I'll show you this side first. I'll do like an aerial view of it. This side is this one. So let me see if I remember here correctly. Okay, so this just clicks in, clicks in, clicks in. There's a screw here and a screw on the back side. So 2 screws right here. Phillips heads. I guess that's all we took off. Could have sworn there was another piece of plastic that went over this. but I'll see what's in the box. Maybe I just messed up with that. All right, now I'll do this side. We need this. And this went in kind of in a weird fashion as well. So first things first, we have to pop off these. They just are little pushed in clips. You could tell whoever took this one apart, the guy who sent it to me kind of fought it instead of just prying up on them. They come right out. And then this has to slide downwards so you can get underneath the lift lever, and then it just seats right over these switches. And that's that. And then we'll just do a screw here, screw here, screw here, and a screw on the back side. All right, that one's in. Now, the last thing is this little, this is for your lumbar support. There's supposed to be a little clip, like a C-clip, and then it would slide into here when you put it on, but mine is missing because we had a hard time taking it off. So basically what you do to get it off, the C-clip off, is you just get a flathead and you can push the C-clip out, and that would allow you to get this off. Problem is that my C-clip went flying and I have no clue where it is because I'm outside. So yeah, I'll have to order a C-clip from Toyota, but for right now that can go there. That allows me to do the lumbar support. All right, so that's done. Now our two buttons, I'm going to use mine because they're not scratched up as bad as the other one. Actually, these ones look worse. Maybe I will use the ones that came with the seat. All right, screw it. So they just go in like that, and this one goes like that. All right, and then the last thing is this piece of plastic for the grab handle, and it has two screws. Take those out, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it just seats down right onto there. We screw it in, and it's done. That's one and two. That's how you put together your seat. So as you can see, all right, it's an electric motor, so we'll adjust this here in a second. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So we will go ahead and install the seat into the Supra and go from there. All right, talk to you later. Okay, so we put the seat in place. We did not bolt it down yet. And we plugged in the two connectors at the bottom, and it now functions. And we get tilt forward and backwards. Super excited because that's one of the most annoying things to not work on a Supra. We're gonna button this car up, and I think this might be the final episode on this particular vehicle. Because as of right now, this car is pretty close to 100% complete. So thank you for watching our little mini series on right-hand drive Mark IV Supras, and stay tuned because a lot more is coming. And we also have a burn car, which you'll see a lot of cool footage on that here shortly. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, all that jazz, and thanks for watching.